I want to talk about the replacement plan, all right? That came up several times.
Mr. That
I
wasn't a
listened to
question.
you.
It would have been
I
easier
listened
if you
to you.
wrote them down.
I listened to you. Please listen to me. All right? Our plan is not to close down the ortho clinic.
Is it to close the hospital?
Our plan is not to close the hospital. On the ortho clinic, we do have the one doctor in who is a spine specialist.
He's there till March 15th.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
We have in March a hip and knee specialist starting.
And he's gonna do joints?
Let
He's
him
capable of it.
speak. Yeah.
Thank you.
How often
Thank you.
is he going to be there? 2 weeks every month.
We'll be there 2 weeks every month. We are also looking,
You guys, let him talk.
please, thank you.
Speak.
We are also recruiting full-time physician. All right, that will take some time.
Why didn't you have that in place before you dismissed Dr. Mason?
But why
You know
dismiss him?
how many phone calls the clinic gets? You know how many
She's the
people
secretary.
want to leave?
And as you know,
the
as you
first
know,
question out of their mouth, where did Dr. Mason go?
I do not know where Dr. Mason has gone.
Neither do I.
Neither do I. And as you know, we have been recommending 3 surgeons in Buffalo. That is hard for people to get to. One of them was one that did my knee.
Why didn't
15
you come
years
here
ago.
to Dr. Mason?
Would you let him talk, please?
Thank you. Thank you. And that is because some people will not want the surgeons that we find. You have a right to choose who you want as a surgeon. All right?
Community people, like the CEO, why does it have to be, that person have to be out of county? Dawn James is a perfect example. She would absolutely be amazing as a CEO, and because she knows the business and she's local. But, you know, you guys do all this stuff behind taxpayers' backs. And I don't think that's your intent, Becky, I really don't. But we are taxpayers, and we should have a right, we should have some kind of say in a termination of a contract. And maybe we don't by the bylaws. But, you know, I think we should have a say. We pay your salaries. What you guys are doing makes no sense. When you finally, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I agree. If I was sitting, you know, where you are right now, I would say the same thing. I would wonder, how did this happen? And this is the most frustrating thing, I think, for all of us. We would love to be able to tell you. We would absolutely love to be able to do that. By law, we can't. I was researching that all day today, last week.
So Ms. Ryan, was it in fact the Board of Managers then that voted to terminate Dr. Mason's contract of Buffalo Bone and Joint with this hospital?
Yes.
Can you please reveal which members of the board that is exactly for the public that's here, as well as what the vote came to? Is that public knowledge?
It'll be in the minutes.
Let me be clear. The board does not act on that. The CEO initiated the process.
He's gone.
The board, last month, voted to not reverse that decision based on the CEO's recommendation.
Could we have
So the
waited for
CEO was able to recommend to terminate the contract with Buffalo Bone and Joint, and that was it?
That's his job description, yes it is.
Okay.
All right, number 2, the vote was 7-2 to continue with the CEO's plan. The 2 dissenting votes were Dr. Reagan and Dr. Werdzinski.
Thank you, Dr. Reagan and Dr. Werdzinski. Are we, as a county board, following by all the bylaws that we should be when we're making those votes to terminate or not terminate contracts?
The medical board was not aware that Mason was leaving. Nor was Kona.
We are following all the bylaws of the hospital, all the state laws, all the contractual laws.
What about the
Yes.
medical board? They were not notified.
The executive committee was notified.
Now, who's on the executive committee? Dr. Bassi?
Dr. Bayomi, Dr. Abbasi, Dr. Fahey.
Dr. Abbasi, who's an employee of this hospital now,
And Dr.
Has been.
Kanavi, who's an employee at the hospital.
He's also a
and
manager
Ms.
of this board.
Palucci, who's not here, who's not a county resident?
Is not a
Also
county
member of this
resident.
board.
Interesting.
Nice.
So 7 people get the fate of residents of Wyoming County.
That's what we're assigned to do by state law, yes. Not the fate of Wyoming County, the fate in the hospital. I'm not gonna let you say that we decide the fate of Wyoming County. We're deciding what's going on in the hospital.
Well, that is the community what they wanted.
I'm more to the county than this hospital. Thank you.
This is a perfect example of the doctors that are disappearing and you folks don't seem to care. And
That's how we feel.
I'm sure we do care.
no, I don't think you are.
I am listening.
No, you're not.
I am listening.
You would care enough to try to get him back.
You literally just told people that they have the ability to follow Dr. Mason, and in layman's terms said, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yep.
That's literally what I got from that.
Well, then let me explain it. You, as a patient, have a right to choose your physician, whether they're here or in any hospital in the United
Chose
States.
this hospital, don't you understand
But
that?
that physician is not here now, right? But you can follow any doctor you want, you can follow doctors here. That is patient choice, that is not a hospital
We
choice.
pay taxes for this hospital.
Yeah.
I think that there's an issue here that you're not getting, that the people here love this area. They want to support this area, and you're taking people away from us, which is going to take us out of here.
Right.
We want to
Send us to
stay
Erie-
here.
Erie
We
County.
like the small
You're gonna lose
hospitals.
revenue.
We don't want to be a number in a big hospital. We want to have that personal contact.
I joined the board for that same reason. Right? Yeah, really. My point is, 10 years ago, I would have never come to this hospital. Right. And only when I started to see a turnaround, first with Don Eichenauer, right? And Joe McTurnan continued that, and it has become. I'm sorry.
Think
You
about
have different beliefs than I have and views than I have. I'm just telling you.